Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dicey Discourse podcast, where our goal is to introduce you to different tabletop role-playing games. We aim to demystify learning a new system and show that most of this can be done on the fly while still having a good time. The podcast is broken up into chapters, with each chapter pertaining to a single system and consisting of a separate character creation episode called Episode 0 and a number of main episodes depending on the system. All of this is finally capped off with a post-mortem on the whole system. This time around, join us as we tackle a game inspired by our own native Estonian mythology, where the most unbelievable part is that there are mountains. We're playing Pagan Pacts. So welcome to a sausage fest of an episode.
Good start.
Anna is off taking care of the youth, and so we are left to our own devices. We have brought out the moonshine, the drugs, and everything we're not supposed to be doing. Today I have brought to you a kind of strange find of an RPG. It's called Pagan Pacts. And actually, before we start, full disclosure, this game is free to download off of the creator's website, but he did send me a free physical copy. But I'll try to be objective. And why I chose this game for a couple of reasons. The first one is that this is what's known as an old school revival title. So it kind of takes inspiration from this first and second edition D&D and is in that design space. But what it does different there, what's very interesting to me, is that this game has codified debate rules within it.
Debate rules?
Debate. And the other thing is that this is a game made by an Austrian man, and he, on his foray into the internet, the way he told it, was that he stumbled upon a 19th century map of the Estonian island of Saaremaa and thought it was cool and decided to use that as a basis for his fantasy world, which I didn't know about until I started reading it. And in the text it's the main god that they worship is Tara. Okay, that's an Estonian deity. So I keep reading, and then at the end of the book it's literally just a map of Saaremaa with some towns in different places and mountains in the middle, which is the most unbelievable part. And I wrote a scenario that I called the Festering Wounds, and we're going to go through character creation, and the only sort of restriction I will put on you is that, one, you have to be from this village that we're going to start at, the village of Käsla.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been out adventuring and now come back, but you have to have been born there and spent your childhood there. And in the same way, since you spent your childhood there, you have a childhood friend named Liis who went missing at the age of 6 and was never found. Those are the only two restrictions basically that I'm putting on your characters.
It's like a common friend of ours.
Yes. How much you actually cared about this child, that's up to you. But you have to at least be somewhat invested in this mystery. Okay, so maybe I should tell you a little bit more about the setting as well, besides all the jokes. It's meant to be this kind of early medieval, Viking Age kind of setting, where the island of Saare is this pretty large landmass that's kind of cut off from the mainland. There is some trade going on, but not a lot of people let's go travel to the mainland. And the main sort of this religion is this general this pagan belief in animism. So everything has a soul, and if it's a big thing, it has a big soul, and some of those are more powerful, and so on and so forth. And there is magic in the system. It's more in the way of you ask favors from the spirits and they sometimes deliver. Not I choose a second level spell called fucking Dissonant Whispers and cast it. It's more I in the morning I pray to Jemena, the spirit of mountains, and
that we totally have here.
And she grants me 2 favors that I can use to kind of influence things during the day to my advantage.
So does that mean that magic is in principle available to everyone?
Yes, you can take we'll get to that once we get to that, but you can take at character creation, you can take some assets, they're called here, or feats essentially, that kind of make it more effective. like you get more stuff. Essentially, everyone can pray to the spirits. And so another thing that's maybe important here is that this island of Saare was kind of like a unified country almost up until 300 years ago, when the king really pissed off the gods or spirits, and a huge meteor came down, created the Kali Krater. Well, that's not what they call it here, but I was like, I see where this is coming from. And basically split the continent, or not the continent, but the island in half. And so now one part of it is like destroyed, this kind of like badlands, and the eastern coast is mostly where people live.
I guess we should also explain that, yeah, there is actually a real meteor crater.
Yeah, in Saaremaa, there's like a whole lake and shit. It's actually really cool. And my main thing is that I've been there several times, and every time I go there, I'm surprised by how steep like the crater is. Every time I expect it to be like more...
Not as steep as you would think.
Yeah, not as steep as you would expect it to be. And then we can walk through the character creation.
Let's start.
So this game is, in that sense, very simple. You have 4 stats. Strength, which is like how you act upon the physical world in the all this like constitution, endurance, that kind of stuff. Dexterity, which is like all this like climbing, running, reacting to stuff. Then senses, which is all your like perception, stealth, how well you can reason. And then aura.
Aura.
In this game, you can aura farm, which is all this like charisma and deception and that kind of stuff. And
I'm gonna be an aura character.
And so at the beginning of the game, you get 50 points to distribute between all these stats, and none can be lower than an 8 or higher than a 16.
Okay.
When you want to do something, let's say you want to climb a tree, you would roll strength, and you roll a d20 and try to roll under your number.
Okay, that's quite old school. So 50.
And nothing lower than an 8 and nothing higher than a 16.
So 10 would be somewhat average then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went for 10 in strength and senses, 14 dexterity, and 16 aura.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's very good, because aura is also what you will use for, or can use for debating. So that's good.
For baiting people, yeah.
You're a master rage baiter.
And so I will tell you one thing that actually, since you might want to like switch things around a little, the way that combat works is that when you roll initiative, technically you don't roll initiative here, but when combat starts, you choose either strength or dexterity, which is going to be what you're going to be attacking with for the whole combat, and the other of that pair you're going to be defending with for the whole combat.
Okay, interesting.
That's kind of unique.
Yeah, that's it seemed like kind of, I guess it gets around this idea of something being a huge dumb stat, essentially.
Well, when you have so few stats, you don't really get dumb stats.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Or you shouldn't.
So that's that. You can also, what I would ask you is mark down wounds, because how wounds work is that once you take damage, you cross out one of the wounds, and if that wound gets treated after combat, you fill it in completely. So basically, you can't like that wound marker back ever. It just becomes like a permanent scar.
And if you have all 5 filled?
Well, then if they're all healed, then you're just like one hit away from death. But if it gets filled in the last combat, then you basically die. You get more wounds as you level up. So that's that. Then you also get some equipment that you can freely choose. The only thing is that you can't take stuff that's marked as rare.
Let's see.
Because I would say, like this game, in terms of all the equipment and stuff, weapons are kind of the only thing that you really need to track. Because all the other stuff is, if you would have it like reasonably, then you can have it.
Yeah, you can attack with the blunt side.
Yes. That's actually, you need to do a special action. It is there to burn 1 boost. I'll explain boosts a little bit later once we get more into the game.
Okay, so the stuff is actually quite... So I can just get whatever I want from here?
Aside from the stuff that is rare.
Yeah, aside from the stuff that is rare, and like maybe let's stay within reason here. Not like just, I'll take 1 of everything.
Can I wear 2 padded armors at once?
No.
How about 3?
No.
Okay, let's see.
No. It's actually a secret code. Then if you say 5, you die instantly.
Oh, sweet. I've discovered a secret.
Okay, I'll get the spear and the bow and the armor, I guess.
Just, I'm gonna be a shield boy.
Just a boy and his shield.
And I guess I could go for the axe then.
Sword is rare.
Yeah, because this is meant to be this like very early medieval, like actually having or finding enough iron to forge a sword is kind of a big deal. It's swords is something that like the clan chieftain has, or like a very famous
down through the generations.
Yeah, basically, or like a very famous warrior or something like that. Just like everyone gets to have one.
I'll take a javelin too.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so then that's equipment. Then we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Since we're playing with only 2 people, then technically you get 1 starting asset when you start the game. But since we're with only 2 people, and I kind of planned to have 3, so I think what we'll do is you get to choose 2 starting assets. It's basically as if you were like almost level 2 characters. So they start on level 24, yes, page 24, and they are split into like combat and debate assets. Well, there's also healing assets and magic assets. But with the magic assets, you have to have a connection to a spirit, which is technically something you're supposed to form during the game. But I would, for the purpose of like showing the system, I would allow you to have a connection with the spirit beforehand.
I think I want to go more into the debating aspect of this.
I'm more, I guess, strength and physical.
I guess I could maybe get some magic.
Oh yeah, you can take 1 debate asset and 1 magic asset, for example.
Okay, well, there is an enchanting voice magic aspect. When you speak using favors, your argument cannot be rebuked.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna take hook for my combat asset.
I was talking with Simon that on the way here I took a trip down memory lane. And for anyone else actually, or if you also want to be inspired to play this game and not understand anything that you're listening to, you can listen to the Estonian folk metal band Ch8.
Yep.
Just as I was coming up the stairs, or like with the elevator, there was a song on called Saaremaa vägimees. It's just this, basically the strongman of the island of Saare, which felt especially appropriate for this.
I wonder if the author of this knows about them.
I don't think so. I should send him a song or 2.
I guess I should note down what the weapons do.
Yeah. It would benefit you.
Oh, padded armor reduces dexterity.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to take it then.
Oh yeah, ringed armor would have reduced it by 4.
But also, they are like pretty strong if you look at... Well, okay, you don't know what any of that means, I guess, but...
2 permanent boosts already sounds pretty important.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, if you have your equipment and you have your assets... what assets did you take? Let's talk about that as well, for the benefit of the listeners.
Okay, so I took the magic of enchanting voice, and I took deep breath from the debating assets.
I took, from the combat assets, I took hook. When it's basically, when using an axe, which I already have, an opponent, using strength or dex to prep, whatever that means, an opponent in your zone loses all boosts, which kind of sounds pretty good.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty okay. Well, I guess we'll talk a little bit more about how boosts and stuff work when we get to that, because it's a little... I feel it's a little bit difficult to explain without examples, and I think it's better suited for the actual game. Then you need a name, and that's basically you can think a little bit about your backstory and what your occupation would be.
So my name is Idametsa Kalju, which translated means Cliff Eastwood.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Well played.
Well played.
Occupation?
Traveling storyteller.
Ah.
I thought you were gonna be the man with no name.
Well, I'm the actor, not the...
Yes. Because mark down somewhere that your occupation is traveling storyteller, because since this game doesn't have any like knowledge skills or stuff, then much like we did in Mouse Ritter, all of the, if you know something, will kind of be based on your backstory, like if it makes sense, and hopefully you won't abuse that. So
Yeah. Well, it's mostly like these local stories and legends.
yeah.
Not necessarily current events.
So Villo.
Yep. I am Urmas Rõlgesuu. I am.
No, you said that wrong.
Yeah. Because you're from the island of Saare.
Rõlgesuu.
Rõlgesuu, yeah.
Yep, got it. But I am the local, basically, barfly / guard, ellipses drunk. Also a hired hand, odds and ends. No.
Okay, so you're basically, Jesus, what's it called in English? It's like a day worker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. That works.
Yeah.
And because I actually was getting to my other asset, which is foul mouth.
Yeah, because Rõlgesuu is foul mouth in Estonian, essentially. Yeah. Okay, so then join us next week when Urmas Rõlgesuu and Idametsa Kalju go on a little adventure in the village of Käsla.
So you get to be a master debater,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah. Not that we got that out of the way.
Made it.